Okay. Hello, hello. This is The Abstract Aftermath, a mini movie. For anyone who doesn't know who is watching this is based off or a sequel to the game Pokemon Abstract, made by Wolf Tycho, and the Sword, um, Lycian Princess, and and probably someone else. Probably should have checked that. But Pokemon Abstract was a pretty fun fan game made for a game jam. The idea was that like you go around to a region, you do your 8 gyms, and there's some people. But what made it like really stand out in general was the fact that you could do the gyms in any order. It also had its own roster of Fakemon and Mega Evolutions. And on top of that now, this is now a more story-focused sequel, which is going to continue. It was also Outer. There we go. Outer helped out with Pokemon Abstract. This is more of a story-focused sequel. There were a lot of like characters who had a lot of growth inside of Pokemon Abstract, and this is going to be a more like narrative continuation. This project is made by Wolf Tycho alone, I believe. Yes, although it is obviously carrying on from the joint project. Um, this is supposed to be more like a mini movie, so that's going to be very interesting. And part of the reason Wolf Tiger made this is not only to continue the characters, not only to flex some Raihan skills and try something new, but it is also the 5th anniversary of the first project that Wolf Tiger ever posted. Yeah, there better be Overworld Shadows, Andy. Otherwise, you're gonna hear it. How you doing, Arky? Um, but yeah, I think it's a very interesting project, and you don't see this kind of thing very much. And I'm curious what's going to be in it. I know this is just the like save screen from Abstract, but I did forget about it, and it does look cool. Day 1. So this is Lev. This was one of like the rival characters in Abstract. To be honest, I've forgotten a bit about each of the characters because it's been such a long time. But I imagine context will make things self-explanatory. I knew I was a fool for thinking that she would come. I should just head back now before I humiliate myself further. Oh, she's pacing. I made it. Huff huff, huff puff. So about being late. The other Elite Four would not let me leave. So this is Iridia, our other rival. And she became an Elite Four member at the end of the game, from what I understand. Don't worry, I wasn't here long. So, do we have any plans on what we're going to do? I mean, there's not much to physically do in Atu... I guess it's a region name or the town name, probably. Atria. Aritua. Sounds... The cadence for me feels quite similar to Hawk Tour. Aritua, Hawk Tour. So I thought we could just talk. Yeah, that's fine with me. Enough action's been going on for me that I could use a little rest, huh? Oh? I mean, Roman's still got a chokehold over the people's opinions, which is causing us in the league a whole lot of trouble. So I think Roman was a guy who was like trying to lead like a group advocating for like oh, I can't remember what it was, but the region was kind of like they had their own prejudice against each other depending on what regions they were from. Yes, okay, so Roman was trying to combine everyone, right? He wanted, or at least maybe not combine, but make like a new group that was supposed to be better. Like get rid of the old regions and just make it his own cool group. But I mean, with you running Infinity Corps now, that should make it easier. And Lev, okay, here we go. Thank you. This is what I mean. The game does provide context. Lev is now running the Infinity Corps, which I forgot about. About that, it turns out I'm apparently too young to do that. Well, apparently he's not. So Roman's brother, Aras, is in charge now. Aras? What's your impressions of him so far? He's a dude? Anyway, enough with the work talk. How do I look today? I do like the music choice. I'm not sure where you got it from, but it's just like subtle. It's nice so far. I like it. Something I haven't heard a lot. You look like you exist. Nice compliment. Well, I'm glad you think I exist. I don't know. It's just whenever I try to think of anything nice to say, my mind just comes up with a blank. Maybe you shouldn't say that part. Huh? Well, I know you, but to people who don't, it sounds kind of like there's nothing good about them to say. Oh, no, 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 that wasn't my intention at all. I know, I know. Anyways, if you keep acting like this, if you keep acting like this, no wonder no one's gonna want to talk to you. Wow. Yeah, no one's gonna want to talk to me. What a wonderful outing for you two. Uh, let's start over from the beginning. Hi, I'm Irina Golubeva. Lev Cherry. Cherry, that's a really cute last name. Is it spelled normally with a Y? Why do you want to know? Why would I want to know? Irina, we got out of school. Please don't give me another test. Ha 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 ha. Alright, alright. The conversation continued smoothly from there. There would be moments when one of us would say something that would set the other off though. That's the thing with our personalities, they don't mesh well together. The way he's talking now makes it seem like that it's got like a framing device of Lev looking back on his past. I wonder if that's like actually how it's gonna be, or if it is more just like giving us a skim down so that we can get the vibe. I honestly have no idea why she likes hanging out with me. Damn it, if I don't leave now, Lavender's gonna kill me. Yeah, I should go to the Infinity Corps HQ. Anyways, it was fun chatting. Looking forward to doing it again. Bye bye. I guess this is the Infinity Corps. Lev, we've been waiting for you. And that's for the little bro or the big bro. So we got caught up talking with a friend. Alright, now that everyone is here, we may begin. Even though the public opinion has not turned on us yet, we are changing leadership away from someone people respected. So it's very important that we try to avoid anything that would turn the public away from the new leadership. Now, we could start in order with everyone saying what they're currently working on, so I understand where everyone is currently at. Man, business meetings are a drag. Thank you everyone for the beneficial meeting we had today. That's a very kind way to end a meeting. Lev, huh? I'd like to speak with you privately. Sure. You gotta turn off the screen, man. The meeting's over. You don't need a flash and blue anymore. You're gonna give Lev a damn seizure. Standing right next to it, that can't be good for his right eyeball. Alright, everyone's out now. It is from my understanding that you are the most recent to join the Infinity Corps, correct? Yes? Good. I'm not completely alone then. I'm glad that there's someone else here not completely brainwashed by Roman yet. You see, even though we're family, we never saw eye to eye. Roman tried to act like I didn't exist for the longest time, like I was a scorn against the family. Yeah, hey Johnny boy, have you heard of this? I'll pop you a link if you want to play this for yourself, because the way you're talking makes it sound like you're an abstract fan. This is like a pure story game. So if you watch me play it, you will 100% spoil it for yourself. So if you like the abstract story and you want to like see the characters evolve and what happens next, that's essentially the idea of this project. Apparently it's about 40 minutes to an hour long. Just came out yesterday/today, depending on your time zone. The imperfect one. Oh, we're tying back to that, the kind of stuff they talked about in abstract, those themes. It seems like it's brought this notion to the rest of the region as well. And now that I have the opportunity to do something about it, I won't let the rest of the region feel as I felt due to my brother's hands. With Infinity Corps, we have the opportunity to save the region. I'd like your help, as everyone else here will still be under Roman's morals and beliefs. What do you say? I'm glad you're the one in charge of Infinity Corps now. I know, can you see like the colors? You've got like red, blue, yellow. That's like all the colors that Picasso had. It's really abstract. I'm glad to hear it. We need to make sure we don't lose public favor though, or else we would lose the power to do anything. We will act as the old Infinity Corps did while doing actions to rebuild the self-worth of the region. You'll see more what I mean in the next meeting. Another meeting, yay. I'm sorry, but if we didn't have so many meetings, we wouldn't be a business, would we? I know. Thanks for telling me this. I'm looking forward to working together and building a brighter future. Sounds like the company is kind of fucked, not gonna lie. Like, they got new leadership, cool, sounds good. But the fact that apparently all the employees are still like following the same ideas that the bad boss was, I get the feeling they're not going to respect the new leadership very much. And seems like it's going to go through the shitter. I'm glad you told me, as now I know there's someone trying to get in the way of mining Roman's plan. Day 2. Oh, I remember this. This is the Pokemon League. I guess we're going. I think it's perspective now. What's my. Okay. Oh, do we really need to open up to the league this early? Good morning, my dear Irina. Are you guys still busy setting things up? Oh yes, just getting the last things up and ready. What do you even need to do when you work at the Pokemon League? Just like unlock the doors and turn on the machines? Sweep the floor a little bit? Lobby music, there you go. Carla, don't forget to turn on the lobby music. I'm working on it. Look at that camera work. Was that an endless dynamic camera or something? Let me finish up here first. Here, how about I show you how to turn on the music, Irina? It can't be that difficult. Sure. By the way, sorry if it's a dumb question, but when does the champion get here? Ah, the champion actually doesn't come here. Huh? Compared to the Elite Four, the champion has too many important duties to stand in the champion room for too long. Especially with how few challengers actually make it to the champion room. So if a challenger beats a third Elite Four member, they alert the champion who flies to the roof of the building to meet with the challenger. That's kind of funny, but I get it. Now the music player for the lobby is just over here. I wonder if we're actually going to meet... What are you doing, big man? Professor Cherry? You're the professor? I don't remember. Give me a bit longer. Alright, but it's pretty late in the day already. Why are you sleeping on the floor, man? Do you have one of those, like, indoor heated flooring? That would make sense, but... If what Harris was saying about trying to get in Roman's way is true, that could prove to become a problem. Yeah, Lev's the son of a professor who's a school professor. Ah, right, that's right, yeah. And people... Oh, I can't remember exactly, but there's something there, right? Like, other classmates were saying something bad. But like a vague memory, or maybe I was saying something bad, thinking that maybe he was getting, like, nepotism. I can't remember. I'll see what his plans are tonight. There's no reason to be paranoid yet. It's this time already? Oh god, that's how I am right now. Oh no, I'm gonna make her wait. You've heard about the new Elite Four, Irina, right? Dude, from everything we've seen of her, she seems so insufferable. Levfair, that's it, yeah, that's right. Her personality? I mean, did you see the way she talks? Have you ever talked with her? Huh? Are you one of those dumb Irina defenders? There's nothing wrong with making judgments of what we see, you know? If she really cares about what other people think of her, she'd try to be less insufferable. I don't know, don't you think that's a bit harsh? She's harsh too, it only makes sense to give her the same treatment. If she has a problem with it, then shouldn't she not do it too? This is like a Twitter conversation taking place in real life. God, my head just hurts after talking with him. There you are, Lev. Sup. Sup. Why can't we have the league open later on in the day? It's such a pain to wake up super early in the morning. It's not like many people will come challenge us during the mornings anyway. The champion doesn't even have to be there, so why do we have to suffer? I mean, you should be lucky that you got into the position you are now. It's your dream role. Not really. Back when my father was an Elite Four member, I always looked down at him. Similar to how people don't care about the people who win second place in a race. Not bad enough to be pitiful, nor good enough to be praised. It depends, I'd say. It's like, if you come like second in like a race, you got good odds of like becoming the underdog favorite. Like, people just love underdogs, but you can't be an underdog. Well, I guess no. People love underdogs that are like have never won anything or come close to winning before. My point is completely irrelevant, isn't it? No, maybe she has a point. I mean, I don't feel that way now, but I definitely never dreamed to be here before. Though the boring stuff does seem to be coming to an end soon. Tomorrow we'll start by trying to get a handle on the situation with Roman. I see. Do you have any idea what your guys' plans are? Nope. We're discussing all that stuff tomorrow. I see. Oh yeah, do you have anything to say about me? You still exist. I guess it's good that I still do. You gotta learn, man. You know what she's asking for. Like, I get not being able to do it the first time, but after she's made it clear to you. Irina, I heard some people talk outside of here. You don't need to tell her that, Lev. People tend to do that. Is there any reason you're bringing this up? Yeah, exactly. I guess, is it normal for people in Velos to not like you? Yeah, it's normal for people in anywhere to not like people in anywhere. Yeah. I mean, everyone has their preferences, but they're being so rude about it. There's nothing I can do about it anyways, so I just have to not care about it. I'm surprised you're already at that good mentality, Arena. I feel like someone going into the Elite Four fresh in, they'd be pretty susceptible to that kind of talk, but you're just headstrong already. How are you able to do that? I mean, I didn't say that I do, I just said that I have to. Obviously, it gets to me, Lev. There you go. But I have to focus on other things instead, at least try to. And you think it's okay for the world to go on like this? If it was perfected, you wouldn't have to deal with this. What are you on about, Lev? I don't get you, Arena. You said I would understand over time, but I don't. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Sure, yeah. We still on for tomorrow? At the moment. Alright, see you then. I didn't even get to find out what meal they ate. Alright, as I promised today, I'll be going into our plans into the future. My main goal going forward is to uphold Roman's dream of fixing the conflict between the different provinces. However, instead of trying to make them all the same as each other, yeah, that's what he was doing. I have a different plan. Wait, but I thought you said you agreed with Roman. No, I do. See, this is what I mean. Like, these guys are not going to like him. I think the conflict between the provinces is a very important thing to focus on. However, I believe there's a simpler way to fix this. We simply need to point out to the provinces the similarities between them, which easier said than done, but with how big of an issue this has been. Aaron, Aras, you're not doing a good job of being a leader. You literally just said there's a simpler solution, and now you're saying this solution isn't that easy. You're gonna lose them. You're gonna lose them, man. But with how big of an issue this has become, there will be no easy answer. They won't even flip a switch and change immediately. Though if we work hard and long enough, I truly believe this is the best method to stop the conflict. Starting tomorrow, we'll plan events where multiple provinces will interact together. We'll be there to stop any conflict from happening. And hopefully that will be the foundations of a bridge that can make them truly see eye to eye. Good luck. Phew, I think I did well. I was very nervous about how to phrase it without the grunts having here turning on me. You said this plan was supposed to help the region not feel imperfect, but I don't really see how that's the case. You see, Roman was able to start giving them the idea of how they hated the other provinces. When other people hate you, you want to change yourself, don't you? Maybe. Plus, when you understand one another and no longer look at each other with comparisons, you don't hate them or yourself because they're just like you. That sounds like it could work. Keyword could. Hopefully one day the other people here will be able to see that and we won't have to continue talking in private. I didn't lie. That did sound like a good idea, but that wasn't a compliment. It was dread. I won't leave Aras unattended. If his plan goes forward, it could make people truly fine with their imperfectness. If that's the case, no one will want to change or improve. It'll make us easier to manipulate. What are you on about, Lev? Alright, I'll have to message Irina and say I can't make it tomorrow. There's more important things for me to do. And that's fine, Roman, really? Okay. Lev, you are... I don't think you're ready for the position you're being given. Oh, we need to get together for tea more often. Your tea is always just so splendid, my dear Lavender. My tea's really sweet. I'm sorry to hear that. This water should dilute that down for you. Oh, thank you. There's nothing wrong with sweet tea. Now the tea is good and all, but I think there's more important things we need to discuss. Of course. Like what? Changing our hours? I do feel bad for you though, Irina. You just became an Elite Four member and you're already having to deal with all this craziness. It's fine. I accepted being an Elite Four member after all. True. Her whole thing is being like slightly bitter, right? You can write that in the character profile. Favorite tea. Something not sweet. Would you like a Starbucks Frappuccino? Only one way to find out. Of course, no need to feel sorry for the little lass. Well, it's okay to feel a little sorry. Anyways, we're getting off track. Indeed, it seems even with Roman's disappearance, he still has a chokehold over the region, which is very worrisome if he ever chooses to come back. If anything, it feels like his followers have become more impassioned in his absence. So what do you suggest? I think it's only wise to try and find Roman. Make sure he doesn't try to make the situation any worse. The region's so big, bro. How do you suggest we look for him in a timely manner? I mean, there is 4 of us. We can look around our hiding spots in the areas surrounding them. So I'm searching around Zepomo City and like Order Cliffside? Correct. I was just saying that so you don't have to go outdoors? The outdoors messes with my hair, okay? That way of going about things does make sense. We shall do that. Look around your province's areas and report back here at night. Sounds like a plan. You're up early? Yep, just have something I've got to do. Alright, well, good luck with that. So we're gonna cancel our date, but we're probably gonna meet our date by accident. Gonna be an interesting scenario here. Alright, Roman doesn't appear to be in the cave of not Transfam, I remember making this mistake, Transam Caverns. I couldn't find him in Zepamo either. I guess the next logical place to check would be Order Cliffside. It's been a bit since I've last been here. Hop. It's just as exhausting as I remember. Damn it, a dead end. It's so much more empty now. I can finally be at peace. Roman. Ow! Can you not run right next to a ledge next time? Sorry, Roman, but I'm glad I got here before the others did. But others? The Infinity Corps is being run by your brother, Aris, now. He's trying to hide the truth from the people again. Aris won't be able to do that easily. He may, with the resources the Infinity Corps have, not only that, but the Elite Four hunting you down too. Lev, what happens to me now doesn't matter. I've shown you guys the truth, it's now up to you guys to follow the path yourself. But Roman, you have the beacon pieces, right? Of course. If they capture you, they'll get those back and keep us from improving. I know. We'll hold them now, then. Go to the altar of perfection and become perfect. You can't stop the ones who don't want to be, but they should be able to stop us from becoming the people we want. But they shouldn't be able to stop us from becoming the people we want to be either. You're right. Here. You obtained the 4 beacon pieces. I wonder, like... I can't remember exactly how Abstract closed on this topic, but I know it was, like, in favor of, like, individuality and, you know, imperfect isn't necessarily bad. But, like, these 2 dummies... I think, like, the main thing, and again, I don't know if Abstract already said this, is that, like, being imperfect doesn't mean you can't become better. It's not like a on and off switch. It's not like 0 or 100. Like, you can be, like, imperfect 90%, imperfect 10%. They're not all the... Like, it's almost as if, and I don't know, maybe I'm just extrapolating here, but, like, the idea of making everyone perfect to be the same is almost treating everyone who's imperfect as the exact same as well. Saying like they're all going to be trash if they don't want to be made flawless. But yeah. It's I guess that's like the main thing that Lev is missing out on. That he thinks it's like 0 or 100. And like there's no such thing as self-improvement. Thank you. I think I'm going the right way. Hurry! Roman! I finally got you. Wait, why are you here, Lev? And what's that in your hands? It's nothing... No, it's not. It's the beacon pieces. Yeah, but he doesn't even... I don't know. He's pretty trashy about it, because he doesn't even, like... Yeah, exactly. And, like, that's that's what self-improvement is about. You do it yourself, not because a magical god plot device changes you. And even then, like... I mean, this is, like, obviously... The concept of perfect here, like, the specifics of it doesn't matter. It's just the idea of becoming a better person without flaws. But why do you trust a weird Pokemon to know what it means to be a perfect human? For all we know, the weird Pokemon believes being perfect means like having big muscles. The Pokemon doesn't know shit. It's a Pokemon. It's never lived in humanity. It doesn't know anything about what people strive to be. I guess it makes them their own version of perfection, or like is the idea that they reach their own goals just like a snap of the fingers? Because even then you're fucked, Lev. Because if you have everybody just magically becoming their ideal version of themselves, you're still gonna have conflict. Because like, yeah. You're still working with Roman? You said that you were gonna convince me of your viewpoint. It's been a week and you still haven't. Lev, would take more time than that. Every time we talk, I always say something wrong. I'm getting tired of being in my head all the time, feeling terrible after every time I talk with someone. You feel terrible after talking with me? Because their creation was interrupted at the beginning by Panton. Oh, right. So it's... I see. But even then, like, Lev has no idea what he's getting himself into then. Because he's got no idea what... I mean, he probably has an idea, but he can't know for certain what the hell a finished creation is supposed to look like. And I know that's not really the point of the game. It's just supposed to be like, just the idea of becoming more whole, becoming better. But it is interesting how stupid, I shouldn't say that, how stupid Lev is. How, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I shouldn't be too mean to him. You feel terrible after talking to me? See, even now I can't say the right thing. But you can't just force a bunch of people to change when they don't want to. Alright, but under that logic, you can't force us to change if we want to. But there's a difference between wanting to change for yourself and wanting to change for others. And I want to change to stop hating myself. Isn't that as pure as changing for yourself can get? Lev, wait. We'll talk again and I won't regret it afterwards. Okay, I shouldn't be too mean on Lev, like I very much get where he's coming from. But he is like very short-sighted. I can't remember if his sprite has glasses on him or not, but like he is definitely short-sighted. And I think like I get that obviously for the kind of like person he's supposed to be, it's a bit difficult for him to see that way, but it feels like he's not even trying properly. I don't know, just like practicing a bit of like active listening could do him wonders. It's finally my time. Nobody's gonna get in my way. But that's not like a slight on the game at all. I like how it's being written. Oh, Overworld Shadow. Even for a Pokemon, and it's like a different size. Look at that. It's not a slight on like the game at all, but I do like and it's not like I actually hate the character of Lev. I'm just criticizing him from behind the computer screen. Sir Parvo, it is I who summoned you. Lev! I ask that under my permission, you complete my creation that you were asked to do eons ago. Please, Sir Parvo, fix me. Lev, please don't do this. Well, this could answer my question, because we might be about to see what it actually does. Irina? Hey, what's up? Is this your version of perfect, Lev? Some, like, extrovert girl who says, what's up? No. No. Oh no. I can't do that. What's this? I'm Australian. I can't do that. Oh no. Can't do it. This isn't what I wanted. It isn't what I planned. You didn't need to change, Irina. Why are you so sad? You look like you don't exist. The end. I think that's a nice way for Lev to be pushed to actually think about this a little bit. Because if he was hit by the Serapavo beam or whatever you call it, he's not actually gonna like grow as a person at all. But having him, because obviously even if he has trouble talking to Irina, I don't completely get it, but he obviously cares about her. And so having him see that done to someone he cares about, like he cares about that. I hate to use like the terms that I don't agree with, but the imperfect Irina. He likes that Irina, but by seeing the perfection take place on her, hopefully now he can finally realize it's not all that it's worked up to be. Lev and Irina? Mom, we need to chat. I also like that his. I know it's like not what's actually happening, but it feels like Irina's just like following him like a dog, and that is like the perfect version of her. I messed up. You'll be fine. Everyone messes up sometimes. Promise me. Promise me you won't get mad. What did you do now? Irina, could my mum and I have a minute? Sure. She is just following him like a dog. She seems to be in a good mood about that. You did what? I'm sorry, none of this was my intention. But you're still trying to do it to yourself, Lev. You weren't going to become happier by becoming the man Roman wanted you to be. Well, I wasn't being happy the person you wanted me to be, so it'd be worth a shot. An irreversible shot, hopefully not irreversible. Listen, we don't have time for this argument. You're a professor, you have to know how to fix this. I'm sorry, but I don't know enough about Pandemonium or Sarapava to be able to do anything with certainty. I could try, but anything trying to fix someone's personality could result in even worse side effects than we have now. Are we going to perform a lobotomy? Okay, in the meanwhile, can she stay at our house then? I don't want others to see how Irene is at the moment. You know how Irene's standing in the public has been lately? This will help her standing at the public because she's just been like overly friendly and positive. So all those people who hate her will probably like her more. Yeah, there you go. The public would love how she is, and if we get her back, I don't want the real Irina to live that kind of world. The wife that expects her and loves a different version of her. Not to mention having her father see her like this. Okay, I understand. But how are we going to explain it to Asher? I don't know. We can just call him up and say she's crashing at my place. What image would that paint him exactly? I don't know. And doesn't she have a job? I'll figure something out. Call him. And what about her Elite Four duties? I'll figure something out. You haven't figured anything out. Do you like playing video games? I play a couple every once in a while. Do you have any you like, Irina? I think all video games are created equally, and I can't really say one is better than any other. I mean, people work so hard on each one after all. Is this a slide at me? Are you going at me, Andy? Are you criticizing my mindset? I'd feel bad if I said one was better than the other. I see. Look, I only feel that way about fan games, okay? Because they're a lot more personal. You're crying. Did I do anything wrong? If so, I'm really sorry. No, you're fine. It's just, before if I had asked Irina about her opinions on video games, she probably would have gone on a whole rant complaining about the modern state of video game industry. Oh. Oh no, is Irina an Asmund Gold fan? Man, modern video games are really sucky? You don't need to force yourself, Irina. Are you sure? I don't want to see you sad. I'm heading to bed. You can find a sleeping bag. What a cunt! Are you insane? Really? Lev? You're forcing her to crash at her place, crash at your place, and you're giving her a sleeping bag on the floor instead of the bed. Like, I get if you don't want to share a bed with her, I get if you're not comfortable for that yet, but you're going to give her the floor, and you're not even going to find the sleeping bag for her. You're going to tell her to get her it herself. What an asshole. You're going to make your mum show her to where she's sleeping in a sleeping bag. What? Oh my god, yeah. Oh, okay, that would be my reaction to Irina. Get better, alright? You too. Lev just went down the tier list of like 4 tiers. How's the breakfast, Irina? You did a great job, Miss Cherry. Thank you, Irina. Okay, I'm finished. May I be excused? Do you know where you're going next? Yes. Then I wish you luck. I'll be back soon, Irina, so you don't go anywhere. She really is like a dog. He's telling her to stay. And she's like a dog. He's going for a walk, and she's like, walk. I can't come with? Hopefully soon. Lev, you're here early. Yeah, there's something important I wanted your advice on. Does it have to do with why you weren't at work yesterday? By the way, if you do a no call, no show again, we're going to have to fire you. I know, but I guess I can't ask you not to be mad. Yesterday I summoned Sarah Pavo. Wait, what? I met Roman and I got the beacon pieces from him and I summoned Sarah Pavo to perfect me. What do you mean, summoned Sarah Pavo? I thought that we were working together, Lev. I'm sorry. To think you side with that maniac of a brother? Well, there's something even more important I need to discuss. No! Why should I listen to anything you have to say? Because someone else got hurt because of me. Someone else stepped in and got perfected. I want to revert it. I can't. Let me just think for a second. There's nothing we have that will revert them. If you want to do something right, then I would suggest bringing them to the Chaos Dimension. That sounds like a dangerous idea. Having them meet and converge with the Chaos itself is my best bet. With their Chaos self is my best bet. Thank you for the advice. However, you will be fired effective immediately. I can't trust you anymore, Lev, so I must ask you to leave this building at once. Alright, I understand. Not even gonna piss on his door as a final goodbye. Are you sure I should be out of here? You wanted me to stay at your house after all. I did, but unfortunately you have to leave to go where we need to go. So just try to act normal. And what is normal like? Scratch that. Just don't talk for now. Oh, okay. Well, let's see how this goes, I guess. Irina and Lev. Hi, could we meet with the champion? Oh, I guess we are going to meet him. I guess the champion's not here at the moment. They're not? Yeah, the champion is only at that place once someone makes it through the third Elite Four member. Oops, sorry, I forgot I wasn't supposed to talk. You're not supposed to talk? You know, you seem different. This is like red flags all over the place. Like, blink twice if you need help, Irina. Are you a shapeshifter, perhaps? No, this is Irina now. She's been perfected then, hasn't she? That's why I need the champion. You want Pandemonium. Well, we think the only way to fix her is through the Chaos Dimension, but if we go through the Altar of Mistakes, only one of us can go in at a time. And you think Pandemonium will let you both through? I mean, we don't have many better ideas. I've thought it over and over in my head. I couldn't even sleep, but it's worth a shot. It may not work, I don't expect it to, but I don't want to sleep tonight without even having tried. I'll let the champion bring them here. You better bring Irina back, so you better stop thinking it may not work. If this is your plan, it will work. I wouldn't be so confident. No need giving yourself false hope. It might be time to start coming to terms with the fact that you've made an irreversible mistake and you've utterly fucked up. Alright, it'll just be a moment. I'm sorry, she ended up knowing because I opened my mouth. No, you've been silent would have tipped off too. I'm just glad she doesn't seem to be too upset about it. Earlier, you said you didn't get any sleep. You know, that's not very good for you. Yeah, you're gonna have to get her a real bed, because having her sleep on a sleeping bag on the floor or on the couch or whatever is not gonna work. It's not gonna go. I know. I just want Irina back as soon as possible. You really care about Irina, don't you? I guess I do. The champion's on their way. You both may go now. Thank you, Lavender. I kind of like... I don't know. I don't know like how deep into it it's gonna get. But I know you said like you rated like the romance in this as like kind of an experiment. But I do like that like obviously there is... I know like Fred even paints this quite blatantly, but I think the game has shown it quite well. It is obviously something like different about Irina and Lev. And honestly, maybe they don't work together. Maybe as they like actually are without perfect dog Irina, they're not really gonna last and they can't work. But that doesn't change the fact that Lev still cares for Irina. There's obviously something that they've shared. Maybe memories, maybe they've been there for each other, you know? I mean, all of Abstract happened. And there's obviously still some sort of care there. Even if I'm sure they're both aware that their relationship or connection to each other is far from perfect. And that's how it works in real life sometimes. Sometimes you care for people even when it makes little sense, even when things obviously can't work. And so I think that's like pretty impressive, because I know obviously I think the Fred even kind of talked about that. About kind of them even with it, yeah, well honestly at that point I might just leave. But yeah, I think like that's being shown pretty well. Because even if like we've seen all of Irina's and Lev's interactions clear that like they don't mesh, it's still clear that they're very much trying to very much care. I mean, even just like the simple things of Irina always saying like, "I'll see you tomorrow then," or "I'll see you next time we have planned." No, well, I guess it just came out naturally. Like I guess it's a natural effect of what like the characters going in of having because obviously you want Lev and Irina, obviously at least like the way they're acting, they want things to work. But obviously everything so far I've seen, there's been like some bumps. Um, but yeah, it is interesting. Or maybe I'm just self-projecting my own like interest in themes onto these characters. But I feel like at least what I've seen so far, it's been good. Champion, it's been a long time. Is that the Fem champion? Fem champion canon? Maybe? No, no, I'm not here to challenge you. I messed up, and I want to make up for it. I feel like with that, it was Lev not really thinking about the bed thing. Oh, about the bed, right? I thought you meant like the character dynamic. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, like Lev is. I mean, the whole thing is that Lev is. Oh, really? I'm stupid. Lev is obviously far from perfect, so it works out that he doesn't think about giving the guest a bed. And there's probably some people who would agree with what Lev did, because they'd say she's in perfect mode. She doesn't care if she sleeps on the floor, if she sleeps on a bed. So Lev may as well take the bed because he's the one who's going to care. She's going to be happy no matter what. There are people who would think like that. So it's not like it's not that out there. Irene and I need to go to the Chaos Dimension. Can Pandemonium send us there? It's really important. The thing is, I perfected Irina. I heard from you about the dangers of this place, but for me it's so much more scary that I may not see Irina again. Please let me make up for this. I really did like, and I know I liked this when I played Abstract, but I really do like Pandemonium in this game, and I like that it has like a dual world, dual legendary kind of in like the vein of Arceus and Garatina. Um, like having that whole finale where you go to the Chaos Dimension, I think it really helped sell the game. Thank you, Pandemonium. Please send Irina and I into the Chaos Dimension. Grrr. This is what it looks like? I don't know what I was expecting with the name Chaos Dimension, but it seems depressing. I don't want to stay here very long. Do you have any ideas where Chaos Arena would be? I mean, not really, but I could make an educated guesses. That would take too long. If we're here in Racolo, let's see if Chaos Me is in my house, because if so, he may know. Mother, good evening. Good evening. Would you like anything more to eat? No, there's nothing else that I could ever deserve. You need to eat. That's... I look weird. You shouldn't be so judgmental. It's just an observation. Huh? Why do you look like... It's you. I'm you. I'm so confused. First my friend comes back from the dead, and now a brighter, more joyful version comes to torment me? The first time I've heard someone call me joyful. You know Irina, right? That catty girl that screams at you constantly, just trying to make you feel bad about yourself? She really needs our help. Wait, now that I think about it, you look a lot like... I'm sorry, Irina, I didn't mean anything. I swear. Apology accepted, even though you weren't talking about me. Wait, you're not Irina. She is. She's from the same dimension I am. But if she's Irina, why should we help her? If you're me, you must feel the same way I do. Why would you help someone like her? Because I'm not much better, and since you're me, you feel the same way too. You hated her since you hated yourself. It made you feel better about yourself. I stopped once I realized how similar we were. But it just resulted in me feeling even more empty inside. The moment I realized that she struggled as I did, and was able to live happily, it made my worthlessness hurt even more. But regardless, she was there for me. She wanted to talk to me, to befriend me, and I completely ignored that, and wanted to become the person that people who didn't even like me wanted to be. And in turn, she got hurt, and is now perfected. So I'm here, right now, to make up for that. As you can see, I'm not a stranger to being scared off. We're alike, you and me. So please, help out a friend. You have someone like that? Yeah, and one day you will too. Because in a world of people who are imperfect, we all have each other. All we have is each other. You just make it worse by thinking you're by yourself. Yes, yes, stop lecturing me. He's like, get on with it. I get the picture. She's in Enkulark City at the moment. Thank you, Lev. You're really compassionate, helping someone you hate like that. Oh, don't compliment me. I'm just doing the bare minimum. No, I'm very glad you did. Thanks, Lev. I'm surprised by what you said back there. I've had a change of heart. Persona reference? You don't say. Is that sarcasm, Irina? In your perfect form? How daring. I hope you'll be able to get your Irina back. I'm worried it won't work. Even if we get Chaos Irina to go along with it. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Yeah, but I don't have any other ideas. Didn't you promise Lavender that this would work for her? Yeah, you did, which is a stupid decision. You shouldn't have promised that. You're right, now's not the time to be unsure. We'll talk to Chaos Irina, merge with her, and get our Irina back. You've got no evidence that this will work, man. This could turn out horribly. No one has ever loved me. It's all lies. I'm all alone. No one will ever come and save me. Do you just spend all day doing this? What a horrible life. I wish the world would just burn. Here she is, Irina. Try to get up to her. What are you doing? You gremlin? Oh my god, she got shocked out. Irina, did she hurt you? Man, even her strength is dialed to 11. And you walked up real close to me and seemed real concerned about someone who looks a lot like me. Are you a creep? Can you please calm down and listen to us? And why should I do that? Oh my god, he's being chucked around. We're getting like a boss fight. Ouch. I'm not going to stop until I batter you against the glass and it breaks. And it shatters all over your body and you finally pay. You pay for rejecting me. Dun dun dun. Irina? Lev, are you okay? Irina, do it. Huh? But you're really close. What if it causes some kind... This is not the time to be talking. Just do it. What are you blabbering on about? Here goes nothing. Irina, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry I made you like this. I'm sorry I pitted us against each other in my mind. But no more. I won't hate you or me or anyone. Because I realized something. Da-da-da-ding! I know it's, again, not at all like the point of the game, and so I'm happy to look past it. But it is... Thank you, Aki. I do genuinely need that. But it is genuinely funny to, like, consider the fact that Lev trying to save the existence of one person, his Irina, has cost the existence of two other individuals. Like, Perfect Irina, while a boring dog, was a person with a personality, and Chaos Irina, while completely depressed and physically abusive, was also a person with a personality. And in this world, assuming his plan worked, both of those people don't exist anymore. So you paid two people for the price of one. That's not very efficient, is it, Lev? I keep waiting and waiting. It seems like she's not going to show up. I actually tried to make Chaos and Perfected Arena more extremes or ideas and yeah, and I definitely get that. And it's not supposed to be like a different person. I get that it's meant to be like a dialed, I don't know, like a transformed version of a person. But it's funny if I say Lev is a murderer who killed two people to save one. But yeah, I totally get that that's not what the game is about. And it's I have to really be looking at it through a specific lens to try to make it out that way. Ah, she's late again. Ooh, finally made it. Do you know how much trouble your little perfection stunt brought to the late 4 duties? I'm sorry, does she keep her memory? Does she remember the floor? I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I haven't been too stellar in the past either. I'm sorry about your job. It's fine. Just gives me the opportunity to do something new. It doesn't feel like the whole Pokemon field was meant for me anyways. Hey, back at the Altar of Perfection, you gave me a run for my money. Okay, but like, I just second-guessed myself way too much. I guess that's fair. You should probably find something that's less in the moment. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a present for you. Uh, big rock? Big rock, big rock, big rock. Oh god. Is this Parasite? Is it all a dream? Iridian's still dead, the plan never worked? The rock's gonna float in the river? Or sink? Did the champion tell you about that? I'm having a big rock over it. That must be a reference to the main game that I don't remember. I was low on sleep, okay? Ah ha ha ha. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's some personal in-joke that only those two get and I don't get to get because I'm not a part of their personal life. You're a loser. Oh, I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember that. I like you, Arena. Can we go out? No. What do you think we've been doing? Wait, these have been dates? Yeah, yeah. No wonder you didn't pass the training skill exam. You really are dense. Hey, it's fine, but yes. Where would you like to go? Hmm. What about a fountain? Are you stupid? You want to go to... Okay. Do you have any suggestions? And I do have one idea of what we could do. That was cute. I like that. And definitely good job, Andy. And that ending little dialogue too. Very funny. Very stupid that Lev's idea of a date is to go to a fountain, but whatever, it's Lev. But yeah, that was a nice little experience. About 15 minutes it took me to get through, but obviously I was reading aloud and pausing at parts. So I think your estimate of 40 to 1 hour was completely on spot. I've talked about most of my thoughts already because I've just been talking while playing. But I did like that. I think it was a cute little story. And let me think. Obviously, I think, yeah, you mentioned like in your thread that you were trying to like experiment with a different kind of story. And for a moment there, I was trying to think like if this was my favorite story that you've written. And obviously recency bias, but I realized I can't really say that because it is quite different than any other story you've written. Like I liked the Berserk story a lot. But like if I'm talking about Berserk story and this story, they're completely different. Very different vibes. So it's not like you can place one above other. I thought this was really well done, and there's like no obvious flaws I can think of. And I guess that's part of like the perks of it being a more tighter project. But yeah, like most of the time when you play through a story, there's like something I would be able to comment on and be like, oh, I feel like this could have been done better, or whatever. I get it, but I don't think there was anything that I thought was like lacking. Um, no, not really. I think Lev's an idiot, but that's Lev. No, I think you kept them like fine. Like I do get what you mean. And sometimes that stuff is just like hit or miss. Maybe there is someone who will play it and they'll find it too cringy in those kinds of moments. But I don't think like the dial was pushed that far to really make me feel that way, at least. Like that kind of stuff, I only get that vibe from stuff that's like, you hang up the phone. No, you hang up the phone. No, you hang up the phone. That kind of stuff. But I thought that was pretty well done. And again, like I know this is like and yeah, that's true, right? Like any real like did you see Adam Levine's texts or whatever? Like that's real life flirting from a rock star or whatever. And you will die of cringe if you read the texts that he sent to his mistress. It was like, what was it? Adam Levine. Oh yeah, I write Adam Levine and I get messages. Wow. His texts got leaked, and what was it? There's like one that was famous. Um, it's like something about. Here we go. Holy fuck! Holy fucking fuck! That body of yours is absurd. How are you such an hourglass? My god. Like Yeah, it's something. But like I guess in real life, that's what people do. But I'm not saying you should have Lev saying that kind of shit in the game. Going, holy fuck, holy fucking fuck. Your body is absurd, Irina. No, I'm happy that he's just saying you exist, and that's the most evil comment on her appearance. But I do think you did well for the dialogue. Nothing like stood out as stilted or weird, I think. Yeah. Um I don't know, like I'm trying to dig deep. I'm trying to think of like anything I could criticize. But I think it was well done. I like that we got to see like because obviously, in my opinion, romance isn't the main point of this story. Yeah, that that felt very social media. I mean, if anything like felt odd, is the fact that two people would have that conversation face to face. It's like social media, I 100 believe, but I believe it's because it's social media. People who touch grass do not talk to each other that way. But unfortunately, I think some people do, and it's a video game. Um, but yeah, I like that we saw their personal life. Again, it didn't feel like I was playing through like a love story. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Some people do exist like that in real life. Some people do exist. It's not just social media. But yeah, I think it was good. I just like the character work, I guess, mainly. And I know like even Lev there's a joke at the end, like Lev saying, "Can we go out?" and then Irina being like, "We were going out the whole time, dumbass." Um, Even like without the romance aspect, I do like the interactions together. I think that was well done. Even if like this took place in a story where they weren't supposed to be like slightly romantically entangled, I would still enjoy it. But I think like the more intimate bits were well done too. Like you said, it didn't feel too cringy. It felt good. But yeah, that is the abstract aftermath. Um, I think that's all I could possibly say on it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Good work, Andy. It is crazy. Like, I mean, I know you've probably heard this to death, but like, and you've played your older games. But like, I enjoyed the story in Lost Power to an extent. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like, I enjoyed it as like a campy kind of story. But like, definitely like parts of it were like not good. Exactly, to an extent. Um, and like at that time, I think Lost Power was one of the best stories he had put out. But like when I think of like this compared to Lost Power, like Lost Power's story and its writing is definitely flawed. This feels like really polished. This feels good. I like it, yeah. And like I think it had a goal and it did its goal. I don't. I think like maybe it's gonna be too niche for some people. You know, it's a sequel to a Jam game, and the Jam game was like had a big. The main thing about the Get Jam game that like drew people's attention, irrespective of how good the story was the fact that you could say you can do 8 gyms in any order. People love that. They're like, oh my god, Scarlet Violet, but good. Um, but then you're doing like a sequel to a Pokemon fan game that is completely story. It's gonna be pretty niche. But I think like for what it set out to do, it did it well. Probably not going to be for everyone, but I think it's good what it did. So yeah. Oh, the other thing is, obviously there is like a big gap in release timing for Abstract in this game. So my memory's pretty bad, but I doubt I'll be the only person going in who doesn't really remember anything. I don't know if you did on purpose, but I feel like the game provides enough context for there to be that gap in knowledge. They pretty like obviously show Irina, she's Elite Four member, recently got introduced. Lev, I get yeah, and they even explain Roman. They explain Roman's plan in the game as well. I think like you did a good job of giving context where there might be gaps in someone's memory. Maybe the backstory of Perfectin, maybe. But I think the name kind of speaks for itself. And again, like I can like poke funny holes at it or try to about like, oh, what is the definition of perfection? But I think most people will get what you're going for. It's obviously the ideas are obviously supposed to be more than just this literal idea. Um, like it's about trying to make something without flaw, and whether or not that works in like a literal sense, people can understand the idea. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't need the specifics to understand what's going on, and there don't even need to be specifics defined in any sense. Anyway, let's switch to unsighted. I'm gonna take a quick break, but thank you, Andy. If you're gonna go to sleep or whatever, I totally understand. Have a good one. If you're gonna stick around, you're welcome to. I'm gonna switch to unsighted now, but very good game. Very nice job.